Hello Spirit Squad, this is Pixie from Pixie Moons. You already know, if you are new here, welcome. I make astrology and pick a card readings like this one, this video. I do ASMR, Reiki videos, pick a cards. So if you are into any or all of those things, by all means subscribe, join the Spirit Squad today. Remember to ring the bell so you get notified every time I upload, because I try to upload as much as I can for you guys. We also have a community on the gram, the book, the talk, we're everywhere. So again, description box for the links. We also have a community on Patreon, and I would be delighted if you considered joining it. You get a bunch of stuff like downloadables, printables, guided meditations. You get videos in advance. You get videos that you're never gonna get on YouTube, such as pick a cards and readings for each sign. I have no tiers. We got rid of the tiers, so you give as much as you want and you get all of that good stuff. And for those of you who are returning members of the Spirit Squad and who are patrons, thank you so much for being here and welcome back. So tonight, Spirit Squad, I am bringing you a video about the super full moon slash lunar eclipse that we're going to have in the sign of Sagittarius. And that's going to happen on the 26th of May. So this video essentially is in two parts, the astrology part and the reading part. All the timestamps are down below, so if you wish to skip the astrology, go straight to your reading, or vice versa, then be my guest. But if you wish to know what's gonna happen, concretely, scientifically, and astrologically speaking, then stay tuned. We briefly introduced Sagittarius in episode 11. Sagittarius is governed by Jupiter, which is currently in Pisces. Shout out to Astro Week episode 16. It is a mutable fire sign and it is the opposite of Gemini, since we are now in Gemini season. This is also exactly what's happening. So the sun is sitting opposite the moon, which is why the moon is so bright, because we're having a full moon in opposition to the sun, because the light of the sun is directly reflected by the moon. So that's what's happening. Pay particular attention to your hips and thighs, as those are organs ruled by Sagittarius. So be careful with those. If you shake a leg or two, as I was saying in the intro, not only is this a super full moon, it is also a total lunar eclipse, or as it is also known, a full blood moon. Because when the eclipse happens, the moon looks like it's turning red. It's Shark Week again. Regardless of the eclipse, this full moon is also commonly named a flower moon, because in the northern hemisphere, all the flowers are in bloom at that time. It will affect you more. So this eclipse also, please bear in mind that the effects of the eclipse last up to 6 months, and that is going to be reflected in the readings, by the way. So this is going to affect you more if you are Sagittarius, especially a Sagittarius moon, or if you are any of the mutable signs, so Sagittarius, Gemini, Pisces and Virgo. Bear in mind that another eclipse is going to happen in approximately 6 months' time in the opposite sign of Gemini. So stay tuned for that episode of Astro Week. Please also bear in mind that not all of you will be able to see the eclipse, so you need to find the info. Depending on where you live, you're going to be able to see it more or less, or not at all. Also know that it's only going to last for a few minutes, not the whole night. So the full moon will still be visible. As most of you already know, this is a time of completion, the fruit of your labor, because this is an eclipse. Bear in mind, things or people who are not in alignment with you will be eclipsed from your life. Do not be alarmed. This is going to happen very organically, but they're going to fall by the wayside, essentially. But all for your sake. This is all for your well-being. The best thing you can do, after you check your reading, of course, is to go with the flow and allow those changes to take place. You guys, that's it for the astrological portion of this video. I'm going to drop a thumbnail right here. So you can pause the video if you want to. Pick one pile or more, or if you want to listen to all the messages, that's also fine. We have answers to yes and no questions, which are the colorful papers you see on top. Remember that energy is always fluid and always in movement. Take what you vibe with and release the rest. Nothing is set in stone. And follow your intuition and use your free will, because at the end of the day, those readings don't tell you anything that you don't know at a subconscious level, and sometimes even at a conscious level. So this is just to confirm things for you. I believe that's it for the disclaimer part of the video. Without further ado, let's get into it. Pile number 1, if you chose the pile with the pink paper on top. I'm going to keep that until the end. This is your reading. I used different decks for different things. So I haven't seen the cards yet. You guys, if you've been rocking with me for a while, you already know. So I have like a list of things. We have your overall energy, what to focus on, what is being eclipsed from your life, what is happening during those 6 months, and your energy at the end of those 6 months. Let's get into your reading. We have number 32 with the car. So this is your energy right now. So I'm seeing drive. Fast cars, look at this. Your energy, drive, ambition, like you guys know what you want and where you're going. So this is great. So if I'm looking at my phone because I have my list of things. I don't want to forget anything. What to focus on? You have 29 with the lines. I would say your personal growth, personal development, abundance. I'm saying that because of the purple. 29, it amounts to an 11. So some of you might be in a soul flame relationship. Or you will be soon. 32, I forgot to say change. 3 plus 2 is 5. But yeah, Spirit is asking you to focus on your personal abundance. And I'm saying that because you have a ton of limes and they're green, which talks to me about like the heart chakra. The heart chakra is going to unlock the third eye and the crown, so it's like all connected. But yeah, focus on yourself. What is being eclipsed from your life? We have number 14. 1 plus 4 is also a 5, so changes ahead. Definitely. we have the laundry. What is being eclipsed? Days of feeling alone, feeling lonely, feeling like nobody wants you because of this little sock right here. Oh yeah, you're done feeling less than. You're done feeling like you're all alone and nobody gets you, and it's hard for you to connect to others, or you feel left out when you need it the most. All of that, it's gonna be like a clean slate, is what I'm saying. Like really erase all of that, because that was the old energy. This is not the you that's going to emerge. What is happening for those 6 months, the next 6 months? We have 10 of Cups with the spaghetti, happiness, good food as well, I have to say, good food. For some of you, this might be your favorite food, spaghetti with meatballs. What else? 3 of Pentacles with the bird. Feeling free. Feeling free. And the 3 of Pentacles also talks about teamwork, connecting with people. Dude, I'm getting the Nokia thing. Connecting people. So some of you might be building a network of people, other friends or like-minded people. But yeah, you guys are doing something together and being attracted to this 4-leaf clover. Luck, happiness again. The word for bird in Japanese is tori. And tori is a name as well, not just a political party. But I'm thinking of the singer. The singer, yeah, like a bird, Tori Amos. So you might know a Tori or a Victoria, or you might enjoy singing as well. This is about you finding your voice and others helping you out with that for some of you. But you just happy, man, just happy. Look at this yellow bird. You're singing your own song and you're feeling confident in yourself and you're being happy because you're being yourself. And we have the 6 of Cups with the juice. Oh yeah. 6 of Cups talks about harmony and balance. For some of you, this might be with someone you used to know or you have known for a while. For some of you, this might be like a childhood friend or like a teenagehood friend, former classmate, things like that. But yeah, because this is orange juice, I'm getting like vitamin C and I'm getting a lot of pizzazz from this. It's something that lights you up, that makes you want to jump and skip and just fills you with energy and drive, like I was saying with this, with the car card. The car card. That's a tongue twister. The energy at the end of those 6 months, you guys got number 21 with, so that's another 3. This is the Sphinx. Much more confident. Much more confident. No doubt about it. You guys might be Taurus, Leo, Aquarius or Scorpio. You don't have to be, but those are like the signs that are mentioned on this card. And again, feeling much more aware of yourself. You know where you want to go. You're not rushing things. You are very self-confident or confident. And these colors remind me of the seasons. So it's like you're going through the seasons and you are unbothered and looking at the future with calm and certainty. It's like it's not an enigma for you anymore because you have the answers. You have the answers. And you're ready to either take your time or fly, because this Sphinx has wings. You're ready to do what you need to do, but you're not worried anymore. Think of a yes and a question. Pause the video if you need to. The answer is highly likely. Wow. That's a very clear answer. We like that. We like clear answers here on this channel. Guys, part 1. That was your reading. I'd like to take the time to thank your guides, my guides in spirit, for this beautiful and uplifting, motivational reading for you guys. Let me know if it resonates. Drop a comment, drop a like, and I will see you again very soon. But in the meantime, remember, you are supported, you are protected, and you are divinely guided. Bye. Power number 2. If you chose the power with the blue paper on top, that's the answer to your yes or no question. I'm keeping it to the end. I used a number of decks and I asked them specific things. So the first thing was, what is your overall energy right now? You got number 1 with the heron. I would say you're feeling pretty grounded and pretty sure of yourself. But I'm also getting a feeling of grinding, because this heron has a fish in its beak. To me, this talks about root chakra needs, food, shelter, clothes. So for some of you, you have established that kind of solid foundation. For others, you are still working at it, but you're feeling more grounded than you did a few months ago, I want to say, and definitely a few years ago. Also, number 1 might be significant for you. I'm looking at my phone because I have my list of things and I don't want to forget anything. Next, I asked what to focus on. You have 34 with the letter. Wow. Focus on your feelings. For some of you, you might need to focus on communication, but yeah, expressing yourself, heart chakra, feeling lighter in yourself, feeling happier. For some of you, you literally have a special person that you want to talk to and you're not really quite sure how to go about it. But I feel like mostly this is about like getting in touch with yourself. Send love to yourself. Send it. That's it. If you haven't already, and if you already have, send some more. Next, I asked, what is being eclipsed? You guys got 2 cards. So you got number 4 and you got 24. 24 is the yellow cat. And 4 is the children book. Interesting. What is being eclipsed here? I would say is the way that people see you. Because some people, and it's true, especially from our families, our relatives, especially our parents, they don't seem to acknowledge the fact that we are not children anymore. Does that resonate with you? Does that make sense? Or like people that you used to know, like classmates and stuff like that, and you meet them again, or like you bump into them and they're like, oh yeah, like you used to like this thing, like do you still do that? Do you still listen to that band? This is not so much internal, like you, your perspective. It's the perspective that others have of you, if that makes sense. So some people might see you as like a very cute, or this cute little, or like, or even like a baby. So that's what I was saying about like parents. But yeah, this feeling that, or you're still a kid or something like that, and you're a grown-ass adult, I think, if you're watching this. And sometimes you are not that cute, and sometimes you get your claws out, and yeah, it's time for people to acknowledge the fact that you have grown up. It's not you, it's like this vision that they have of you. It's almost like an expectation that people have of you, that you will always be like that you will always behave this way, that you haven't changed, that you still listen to the same music, that you still, you know, some of it might be true, but you are so much more experienced now. You've been through a lot of stuff. You're not that innocent, to quote Britney. It's just, yeah, you were not born yesterday, literally. And it's time for people to kind of like open their eyes to that. So that is what's been eclipsed from your life. This erroneous vision that people have of you. This impression they have. Or even for some people, this expectation that you are going to behave like that. Like they want you to. What is happening during those 6 months? My dudes, we have the Ace of Wands with the baseball. We also have the Ace of, I was going to say spades. The Ace of Spades. The Ace of Swords with the book. Wow, 2 aces, you guys. And the Queen of Wands with the tree. Wow, yeah. You have grown, you're not a little seed anymore. You are a full-blown tree. You have this one thing that lights you up. You have this fire, you have this passion. For some of you, it might literally be about writing a book. So go and write the book. I want to say go and do that. Definitely. This passion, for some of you, it might date back to the days when you were a wee bairn, a child, a teenager, that you loved doing this one thing, and it was the one thing that you would get up in the morning and you would be excited about, like when it was like summer holidays and stuff like that. You would get excited about this one thing and you would even get up early just so you could do that. For some of you, it might be sports, literally. For others, it might be writing. For others, it might be skating, drawing. Whatever it was, it's kind of like reconnecting with your roots. And this is going to make you feel like royalty. So I know it says queen, but regardless of gender, it's that thing that makes you feel so good and alive and pumped up. Dude, I'm feeling the energy. I'm like, yeah. I want to say some of you might be Leos, or if not Leos, fire signs, Sagittarius or Aries. And this is gonna bring you to the energy in those 6 months. That's the last card we have, which is number 8 with the papyrus. I see 4 of Wands. So again, fire. Yeah, the 4 of Wands talks about family life, success, happiness. I'm getting the song by Billy, Everything I Wanted. It's going to be everything you wanted and more. It's going to be even things that you didn't even know you wanted, but they're going to show up. And it's going to be even better than what you could have imagined. So it's like you asserting yourself as well with this, feeling confident, showing people that you are your own person. It's going to bring you to this sovereign status. It's going to bring you this idea, this clarity of mind that some of you really needed. And you're going to feel a lot more stable. More stable, more confident. Peaceful is what I'm getting. So this is pretty rad. Part 2. Think of your yes or no question. Pause the video if you need to. The answer is absolutely. Again, very clear answer, no mistakes about what it means. It's not telling you to wait, it's not telling you to be patient. You know, like sometimes it happens, but not this time. The answer is clear, and we like that. So part 2, that was your reading. I hope it resonates. Let me know. Drop a comment, drop a like. I'd like to take the time to thank your guides, my guides, and Spirit for this beautiful message. I just realized you've got 111 because you got this guy and then the 2 aces. This could be the start of something big. My dudes, very exciting times. I'll see you again very soon. But in the meantime, remember, you are supported, you are protected, and you are divinely guided. Believe it. Bye. Last but not least, part number 3, with the green paper on top. This is the answer to your yes or no question that we're going to unveil at the end. Oh yeah, I used a bunch of decks and I asked different questions. That's why I'm looking at my phone, so I don't forget anything. The first thing I wanted was your overall energy right now. You got number 18 with the duck. A lot of green. I'm seeing heart chakra for sure. Your name might start with a T. I'm just throwing it out there because that's the letter. Da. Da. Door. Deer. That's how you said duck in Khmer. You Feeling guarded, I want to say. A bit guarded because this duck looks like it's cold. Or like it's trying like to protect itself or something. But I see you emerging from that, if you haven't already, because it looks like the duck is smiling, and I know that sounds whatever how it sounds, but it looks like the duck is smiling. So I have this feeling that you guys are ready to open your heart again and feel more joyful and more light energy, I want to say. Playful, more playful. For some of you, your birthday might land on the 18th of the month. What to focus on? You got before with the stars. Focus on your wishes. Focus on your wishes. And don't give up hope. I think that's the main idea. This is 4 talks about stability. It talks also about the home, the 4th house, which is Cancer. So some of you might be Cancerians, or you have Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. But yeah, don't give up hope. There's literally like a crab on this thing. Does this look like a crab? I think it does. And a shooting star. Wishes. What do you wish for yourself? Or what have you been trying to manifest into this 3D reality? For some of you it might be a house, because I was saying Cancer rules the 4th house and it has to do with the home. Feeling at home, feeling secure, your well-being, your happiness. What is being eclipsed during this full moon / eclipse? You got 19, so we go from 18 to 19, the ghost. Dead weight, I heard. Things that are not serving you, people that are not, it's like I was saying in the intro. If you have skipped the intro, maybe go back and watch it if you're inclined. But yeah, like people ghosting you, literally. And I look at my computer and it's 33% of battery left. So maybe that's confirmation for you. 1 + 9 is 10. Completion. You have completed a cycle, not just because it's the full moon and that's also a time of completion, but because you're ready. Yeah, you're ready to let go of all those things. We're talking about things that are not aligning with you, things that are not, things and people who are not bringing you anything in terms of, like on personal terms, in terms of personal development, growth, because I'm seeing the purple here, which I associate with the 3rd eye, the crown. So basically, if those people are not helping you grow, don't worry about it, because they are definitely going to be eclipsed. Like I said, Spirit, the universe is taking care of that for you. For some of you, you might have already taken the steps I'm getting. You might have started taking action regarding those people or places or situations because you were kind of tired and pissed off about being taken for granted or just being contacted when people need you. Yeah, people not seeing your worth. And so some of you might have started ghosting people or not replying to emails or like messages and stuff, not picking up the phone because you don't want to meddle with that energy anymore. It's you looking out after yourself as well. So what is going to happen during those 6 months? We have the Knight of Swords with the umbrella. It's protection. As you're protecting yourself against the negativity is what's happening. The Ace of Cups with the apple. Some of you might get into teaching just because apple is for teachers. That's the first thing I thought about. For others, this is a romantic encounter, perhaps. So I'm looking at the monitor. So yeah, something juicy, crunchy coming your way. And the 7 of Wands with the shoes. I'm getting a feeling of running something fast. Fast movement. It's like you're moving through the raindrops. Are literally moving through the raindrops, like zigzagging your way. I want to say between the bullshit and just like pew, 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 pew. And making your way fast through that and emerging as this happy, lucky person that you are and that you know you can be. I'm saying that because the shoes are green, and to me green is also connected to good luck. 7 of Wands also talks about being victorious against adversity. So I would say this is you emerging as your best self because you have been through energies that you didn't want to be in. I just noticed your paper is also green, by the way. And I said that at the beginning, but there's like a lot of green. You're done meddling with that energy that kind of brings you down. And you want to do what's best for yourself, and you're looking out for yourself. And that, okay, so the apple might also be self-love. Treating yourself, taking care of yourself, and that's gonna have you like help you with your endeavors, with your wishes that you want to be fulfilled. And eventually at the end of those 6 months, this is going to be the energy for you. Raw. This is just the sun, you guys, no big deal, just the sun. You guys might be Leo, because Leos are ruled by the sun. Again, another number 19. This is like a beautiful completion of this journey that you have started towards self-discovery, self-development. And yeah, you calling in your tribe with all those rays. You finally allowing yourself to shine. And this is calling out your tribe. That's how we recognize each other. It's literally the sun after the rain. You guys, I'm not making shit up. Oh wow, this is super exciting. I'm mind blown. I am mind blown. You guys fending for yourselves finding yourselves for some, or just being more confident in who you are. And all of this is bringing you clarity as well with the eyes. And we have another bird right here, which is freedom. Freedom, lightness of being. You guys are dropping all of that nonsense that was like literally stopping you, clogging your path, pulling you down. You guys have had enough of that, and you're rising like the sun. Think of a yes or no question. Pause the video if you need to. The answer is very close. So that might be the manifestation that you're trying to achieve or complete, manifest into this 3D world, this 3D reality. Whatever it was, it is very close. It's actually behind you. Don't look back. No, I'm just kidding. You guys, wow, part 3, that was your reading. Let me know if it resonates. Drop a like, drop a comment. I would like to take the time to thank your guides, my guides in spirit, for this wonderful message. And I will see you again very soon. But in the meantime, remember, you are protected. You are supported. And you are divinely guided.